This is a black that everybody wants to touch as they walk past it. Morning guys, on behalf of Karl Landscapes Limited and the association of all of the products laid behind me, I'm being interviewed for this black project. What do? I do stuff like this. Not just black, I do lots and lots of timber. I do timber consultation. I'm a landscaper. I design and build gardens. I kind of do too much, but I like to be busy. The client brief came about because they're having quite a substantial extension, or should I say they've had a beautiful extension. They had one gable end already existing on this side, huge extension to the centre of the property on the first floor, and then another added gable end to give a sort of symmetry to the house. A lot of the houses in the street are very, very similar. They wanted their house to stand out. They wanted it to be black. They thought they were going to have charred timber, but I've moved on in terms of not just simply saying, oh, it's black, you have to have it charred. Let's create something completely different and bespoke for this job.
Why did you use this type of cladding?
It's contemporary, it's very stylish, and it's got a warranty for 50 years. The actual coating on there's got a warranty for 10 years. Charred cladding's great, but I think everyone's doing charred cladding at the moment. I try and set myself above what materials you can simply buy off the shelf. This isn't on anybody's shelf. This is an incredibly new product. The substrate is a real timber. It's been modified and it's called a coir, and that's the bit that's warranted for 50 years. It's not going to go rotten because it's not touching the floor. And the coating is called sandsin, and it's been factory coated, and that has massive warranties as well. A coir is a base timber that's taken from New Zealand in radiata pine. It's brought into the Netherlands, into Arnhem, and it's been acetylated, pickled in vinegar. So there's a slightly more complex process than that, but that's what gives the technical attributes of this glorious timber, and it's able to be warranting because of these modified changes that the timber's been put through. Cladding can come in many different sizes and shapes and formats, and the client wanted something quite minimal. That's why we've gone with a TG and V. It's a classic profile, 146 wide, and it's 19 millimeters thick. One side's got a groove, one side's got a slot, and it simply slots together, and that hides the fixings. These are simply anodized aluminium. They were powder coated in a contrasting finish to the bronze style window frames. I think it was RAL 8014 that was used in this particular application, but they're actually about 350 millimeters deep. I know it's 3mm metal, and the reason for the depth is because there's a haunch of concrete either side to hold it in place, so that's going to be good to go for 100 years or so. The client wanted something that's going to completely disrupt the face of the cladding. We've got this stark black, very minimal feature of the cladding, and we wanted to break that up as much as possible. We wanted it to be free-flowing and organic, and so this very stylish and minimal planting scheme is Pachysandra terminalis, a Japanese spurge, going to have a sea of small white flowers all the way across the front here, and that's going to help support the grass, Stipa tenuissima. And there's a change of window elevation on the right hand side of the front elevation of the building, and so that's called for a taller grass because the Stipa tenuissima is only going to come up to about 1 metre high or so, and so we've gone with Calamagrostis, which is going to go 1.5 metres, and so you will see as the window goes up, so does the grass. It's not looking its best at the moment, but that's going to fly up come the spring. We've spoke about cladding quite extensively. I think it would be good to mention that I indeed did design and construct this arrangement of steps. It's got some LEDs routed into the bottom in aluminium extrusion, and it was done by Rock Unique. It was quite a joy to build such a wonderful set of steps. Give us a call if you've got some exciting cladding propositions, proposals, plans, concepts or ideas.